You will be genuinely shocked by this video. The world's wealthiest corporation, Blackrock CK, is driving up the price of the Ripple coin XRP. Yes, you heard correctly. That's precisely what's taking place at the moment. Nobody anticipated it, and here is the moment. Although XRP's price is already skyrocketing, this is only the beginning. According to experts, Blackrock CK might push XRP's price to $35,000. Quite awesome, isn't it? Watch this video through to the end. Let's get to the topic right away. Notice, following the publication of a startling update on X by cryptocurrency advocate altcoin Gordon, the XRP community is experiencing a renewed wave of conjecture. Gordon, a senior contact at Blackrock, the biggest asset management in the world, revealed that ultra-wealthy clients are now expressly inquiring about XRP, especially those with net worths over $50 million. Even though the piece was anecdotal and without concrete proof, it resonated with XRP advocates who had long conjectured about institutional adoption. Gordon promised future updates and left the specifics unclear, although he did imply that a big development involving XRP would be coming soon. Blackrock CK's involvement in any asset is viewed by many in the cryptocurrency community as a seismic move. This company develops investment strategies for banks, governments, and pensions globally, and oversees more than $10 trillion in global assets. Blackrock frequently dominates a new market rather than merely participating in it. Its introduction of spot ETFs for Bitcoin and Ethereum was a sea change, drawing in billions of dollars in fresh investment and advancing the acceptance of those assets. Indeed, Blackrock KK's Bitcoin ETF and its Ethereum counterpart have topped $4.2 billion and $44 billion in assets, respectively, outpacing products from other companies such as Franklin Templeton. This leads us to the XRP rumors that are currently circulating. The suggestion of client interest raises eyebrows, and rightfully so, even though Blackrock hasn't issued or even filed for an XRP ETF yet. The XRP community has long held the view that its token is scalable, quick, borderless, and designed for institutional use. Now that the SEC litigation is virtually over and the law is becoming more clear, it would seem appropriate for institutions to investigate more closely. The notion that the most prestigious customers of Blackrock are asking questions about XRP lends credence to the notion that institutional demand may soon turn into institutional action. It helps to define an ETF in order to see why this is important. Investors can obtain exposure to an asset through an exchange-traded fund, ETF, without actually owning it. This implies that you can invest in cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or possibly XRP without having to create a wallet or deal with exchanges. ETFs are safe, regulated, and well known to conventional investors, particularly those with sizable holdings. A high degree of trust and credibility would be communicated to the larger financial community if Blackrock offered an XRP ETF. Additionally, it would make it simple to access billions of dollars in institutional finance. This idea has already been conjectured by industry professionals. According to Nate Garassi, president of the ETF store, Blackrock will ultimately launch an XRP ETF, and if it does, it will most likely beat rivals. Similar to what happened with Bitcoin and Ethereum, supporters of XRP have frequently cited unverified clues like management changes or trademark registrations as potential signs of an impending move. However, if accurate, this new allegation implies that interest is driven by Blackrock CK's own clientele and is not just speculative. The mere prospect of Blackrock CK joining the XRP market has revitalized a community that has endured years of uncertainty, even though critics are correct to want proof. Regulatory disputes have frequently limited XRP's value. However, Blackrock CK might change the storyline overnight if it perceives sufficient institutional desire to intervene. Not merely due to hype, but also as a result of significant money inflows from some of the world's richest investors. Regardless of whether Blackrock takes any action anytime soon, this moment serves as a reminder that cryptocurrency momentum can change rapidly, and that XRP may already be gaining ground behind the scenes where it counts most. Quite crazy, isn't it? Here's the problem, though. This is only the start. We are not merely discussing a price pump if Blackrock SEC even suggests a move into XRP. We are discussing a complete market upheaval. Additionally, you won't believe the predictions made by leading crypto specialists. According to some, XRP has the potential to set new records, and you'll be astounded by the statistics they're displaying. As a result, the voices in the cryptocurrency field are becoming bolder and louder, and the optimistic sentiment surrounding XRP is hitting new heights. The timeline has been illuminated by tweets from prominent traders and influencers, sending a clear message. For XRP, something huge is on the horizon. With assurance, AMANX declared, "The bull market is back." Jack the Ripper, meanwhile, kept it succinct and impactful. "Keep XRP." Steph shared this feeling when he begged followers, "Please tell me you're still holding XRP." These are not only remarkable remarks, they are indications of growing self-assurance and optimism, which may be the start of a historic run. Brett even brought up a statement made by President Donald Trump. "Go out there and buy stocks right away. This country's about to take off like a rocket." Following that, XRP about to fly hard. Then the XRP Avengers tweeted, "We'll wake up to 130 XRP one day." This may seem unrealistic to the typical investor, but some aren't holding back. Oracle even went so far as to forecast that XRP would reach $1,000 before the end of 2025. Does that sound crazy? Not to everybody. 24/7 cryptocurrency analyst and influencer. Crypto recently asserted that a $100 price for XRP is mathematically guaranteed, not just feasible. 100 XRP isn't a maybe, he said in his article on X. Mathematically, it is certain. Not many people comprehend. That's a big claim, but it speaks to a deeper conviction held by many members of the XRP community that the token's actual value and potential contribution to the global financial system are not reflected in its present price. What motivates these wildly optimistic forecasts? Part of the reason for this is because XRP isn't just another cryptocurrency. This tool is intended for practical application in cross-border payments. We might see an unparalleled spike in demand if organizations like Blackrock CK, which currently oversee trillions of dollars of assets, start allocating even a small portion of their funds to XRP. While some doubters contend that prices of $100 or more are impractical given the more than 50 billion XRP in circulation, supporters counter by citing Bitcoin's early days, when $10,000 forecasts were just as implausible. Although no coin with a supply of more than $10 billion has ever reached 4, one XRP fan stated that he is still confident in XRP's ability to break the pattern, particularly when institutional capital begins to flow and regulatory clarity improves. Eduardo Fina, a cryptocurrency analyst, has also voiced his opinion, cautioning holders against selling too soon. He underlined that when individual investors sell their XRP today, they are effectively giving the institutions that are waiting to buy them their future profits. The community as a whole is responding favorably to that message. Avoid selling too soon, particularly before the actual fireworks have begun. Not immediately, but ultimately, even the more conservative voices in the field acknowledge that $100 is within reach. Others make much more extravagant predictions, estimating that each coin will be worth $500, $1,000, or even $35,000.